Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a fun get ready with me playing with new makeup. I've got some fun new goodies. I've got the new Sarah Creal. These are today's highlights. I actually have all three shades, so I'm going to show you those. I also am so excited because I've got the new bronzer from Fara Homidi along with her brush. I'm so excited about this bronzer launch, as well as a few other new goodies that I have been loving lately. And of course, we're going to finish with fragrance of the day, so I can't wait to share this beauty with you. And I've got a couple new skin care items that I picked up after getting a facial in New Orleans, so I'm going to be sharing that information with you. If you're interested in seeing how I created this look playing with some new makeup, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we desperately need to put some makeup on this face, and I have a bunch of new goodies that I thought we would just play with today. So let me pull my hair back a bit and let's go ahead and have a little fun. I'm going to start by putting on my sunscreen. This is the COLORESCIENCE No Show Mineral Sunscreen. This is my current favorite SPF, and I'm pretty generous. I would say do 2 fingerfuls of your SPF, but love this, and I am just going to put this all over my face here, and I'm going to use a couple things that I have been loving lately, and then I've got some new goodies. I have the new highlighters from Sarah Creal that I'm excited about, and I'm hoping everybody is having a fantastic weekend so far. I'm so excited to be back home and kind of getting back to filming. Okay, usually when I am filming, I have already let my SPF sink in for a bit, but people have been asking to kind of show my pre-prep before coming on. And this is going to be the last step in my skincare routine. And then what I like to do is I love to take my Victoria Beckham. This is her what is this? The Cell Rejuvenating Priming Moisturizer in Golden. And now that we are into the summer months, I absolutely love this. I actually love this year round, but I just take 1 pump of this and then I add this on to my skin, and it's gonna give me a really nice healthy glow. I just absolutely love this product, and it's funny because I know they came out with a rose one that I feel like I need to pick up, but I really like the golden underneath like makeup because it just kind of gives me a little healthy tan like look without tanning, because I don't really tan. So I just take a little minute and I let that sink into the skin. And again, yep, I'm kind of layering on hydration. My skin needs it. And then I'm going to take my Merit, the uniform. This is in shade 26. So if you are my skin twin, this is what I have been using and loving. And I'm just taking 1 pump. And this has an SPF of 45. But as I always tell you, I'm always going to kind of use makeup as kind of a bonus SPF, so I will use this as the last step in my skincare. And then I will use this sheer little coverage here. I really love this product, and again, I like any sort of bonus SPF that I can get. And I'll just use my fingertips with this, and then we are going to use a concealer that my daughter got me onto when we were traveling together. So we did a little mother-daughter trip to New Orleans to celebrate her college graduation. We had the best time. We got facials, we shopped, we walked, we ate, we did it all. And I'll tell you a little bit more about my facial and a couple products that they recommend to me in just a minute, because I tried the buccal facial. That's where they are literally going to massage inside your mouth, and whoa, that was definitely something, I have to tell you. But I found the most amazing woman in New Orleans. She is really special, and I highly recommend her to anybody if you are visiting, if you're a local. She literally has magic hands. Okay, so that is the little combo that I have been using and loving. And then I picked up the Tower 28, their concealer in the shade DTLA, downtown Los Angeles, and my daughter just absolutely loves this, and I used it when we were together, and I was like, holy moly, this stuff is so good. So I'm just going to put a little, like, you know, in my little dark spots right here. I really like the little doe foot here. I'm going to put a little bit kind of right here, and then on the outer, just kind of, and then I'm going in, this one is the Nikki LaRose number 14. I'm not sure if that's her concealer one or not, but I like it. It's kind of a big fluffy one, and then I'm just going to kind of dab this into my skin, kind of airbrush it on. I just find that that works, and then I go in with the heat of my hands, and then I kind of press that into the skin, but it just literally kind of airbrushes my skin. We can also use this concealer any place else we need to on my skin here, but this is what I have been doing, and this concealer is pretty incredible. And this concealer is super brightening underneath the eyes, but it's also very hydrating, but kind of pigmented as well. Okay, we have brightened up underneath my eyes, and then I am using what is this called? This is the Sarah Creal Just Like Paradise. This is the bronzer, the cream bronzer. Love it. This is what I have been using. I also really like this brush, and what I've been doing is dipping it in here. We're going to warm up the skin, and I'm just going to kind of put some bronzer up in that forehead and right here. Don't worry if it looks like I put a lot on. The beauty of this product is that you can just blend, blend, blend until it is, you know, to your desired effect here. So okay, we got a little warmth on the face, and then for blush, I have a new love, and this is from CIELE, and this is the Blush and Protect SPF 50, if my eyeballs are working, but this is the best shade ever. It is called Bahati, which is just a rose tone, but it is like the perfect rose tone. And I love the fact that it has SPF. So I'm just going to put a few dots here and we'll blend this out. I am going a little higher up on my cheeks, but I've been wanting to try that brand for quite some time. Don't worry. I know it looks intense at the first, but again, all of these little sheer products can be blended in. So we're just gonna kind of tap that in to the skin. And again, I just love having like a little extra layer of protection on my skin here. But I love this color. I just feel like it's a nice little kind of radiant little pop on the cheeks. Okay, before moving on to eyes, I have all three of the Sarah Creal. These are the today's highlights, and I am so excited because I'm a huge fan of this brand. So the first one that we're going to be swatching is this Just In. Sorry, already got some fingerprints on here, but this is called This Just In, and ooh, this looks gorgeous right here. I love the texture, so it's very similar texture to the bronzer, which just glides on like a dream. This is such a pretty color. Okay, so this one's melding right into my hand. You can kind of see this. And this one is the light golden glow. And this also has the 12-hour peptide balm luminizer is what the full name is. Basically, this is skincare infused. So that is a gorgeous color. And again, very beautiful packaging without my fingerprints. Ooh. Ooh, and this one is a medium rosy glow. Ooh, I love this. So pretty. We're going to put this right here. Again, these are sheer, but they just look really pretty on the skin. So that's the first one. Here's this rosy glow. That might be what we're using today. We shall see. And then the last one is Op-Ed. And this, ooh, that's pretty too, is described as a rich golden brown. And ooh, that's pretty. I mean, the thing about even all the bronzers, even in my light to medium skin tone, I actually can use all three bronzers. So here's the three different highlights. Right here is kind of the sheer light golden. Then we've got the rosy glow, and then the richer, deeper glow. These are all so pretty. Okay, I'm going to use the extra, the one, the kind of medium rosy golden glow, and I'm using her brush, and I'm just going to kind of place a little bit of this glow right on the, ooh, the tops of the cheeks here. That is pretty. Okay, let me come over and I will got a little bit of highlight on, and then I'm actually going to come into this one here, the first one, which is This Just In, and I'm actually going to put a little bit of that on my eyes here, and then we'll use the deeper one as well. I feel like this is going to make just such a really pretty, simple eye look here. Okay, that's the lightest highlighter, and then I'm coming in with the Op-Ed, the deep one. Ooh, so pretty. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in my crease here. We are truly just playing with makeup today. Okay, I am quickly gonna put on the Adults Are Talking Balm in Clarity. As you know, I am obsessed with this stuff. It's so good, but my lips are feeling dry here. Okay, we're gonna have a little extra bronzy look today because I was so excited for the new Fara Homidi. These are the Essential Bronzer, just launched, and I absolutely love pretty much everything that she launches. Like, she is brilliant, and when I saw these I was like, oh my goodness, I need to get my hands on this. This one is in the second shade. Look at how perfect this color is. Lumene. Already just swatching this, it's just super silky and very pretty. And here is this shade. And what I like, it is described as kind of light with golden undertones here, but it doesn't seem too orange. It has a little bit of neutral color in it, so I'm so excited. But I thought I would just add a little bit of this bronzer in my eye. We'll finish my eyes real quick. I'm keeping it super simple today, guys. Summer makeup is here, so I'm just coming right in with this shade and just kind of deepening up that crease here. Ooh, it's a good color. Then I'm coming in with my Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal. This one is in Cinnamon, and I just noticed that they launched a new shade. I believe it is Terracotta, so we might have to pick that up. But I'm just coming in here, and I'm just kind of wiggling through the top upper lash line here. Cinnamon is just the easiest eye ever. I just have been kind of putting on a little bronzer, putting on cinnamon, and then I am going to pop on Swede Cloud Mascara, and I have been loving it in the shade Brown. It still kind of makes my eyes pop, but it is just a little more natural looking, if that makes sense. So going to pop that on. I won't bore you. I'll go clean up my brows, put on mascara, and then we will play with the new bronzer. Okay, eyes are on. I am going to powder down real quick using my Kosas Cloud Set, and I like this in the Candy Rose shade here. And what I'm going to do is just set all the cream products on my face here and take down any shine. Okay, just a little powder here, and I absolutely love this brush. It is so freaking soft, but it's also like the perfect little sweep. It's not going to put on too much product, if that makes sense. So we're going to put on a little bronze. We're going to be a little bronze today. I'm taking a little bit of this color right here. Ooh, it's so pretty. And we're just going to sweep that kind of all over here, giving myself, isn't that pretty? Okay, my first initial thoughts on this is that it just kind of glides on like a dream, and it has a little bit of luminosity to it, so it is just super pretty. And I really like the way that it melts into the skin, so the texture is sort of this cream to powder, like it has a very creamy texture. So that is my initial thoughts. Hold on, let me get you some details here. So the Essential Compact, this beauty that you'll have forever. So you get the compact here, and then they have the refill for the bronzer, but this together is $78, and it comes in 4 different shades. And of course this is clean and cruelty free like all of her products, but it says that this is a Lumi Matte Soft Suede formula. Okay, that totally describes it. It also says that it is a lustrous bronzer, because that's what I'm seeing, just a little bit of luminosity on the skin, but that it has a soft matte finish. And it's going to melt into your complexion. Yep, it does do that. And it's formulated to be used over any makeup or skin care base. Again, it's got 4 different shades, and Lumen is described as tan with golden undertones, but as I said, it's not too orangey, so that's making me happy. They also have a lighter shade called Bois that is a beige tan with cool pink undertones. Then it's got Roma, which is a tawny tan with warm undertones. And then, last but not least, it's got Ombre, which is a mahogany tan with deep, warm undertones. This brush is the shader brush. I am a little bit obsessed with this. It's so freaking soft, and this is $68. And this is actually a vegan product, and wow, it is like so freaking soft. I kind of love the size of this as well. So I can see myself not only using this for bronzer, but for blush, powder, like that's how much I love this brush. So really super excited about that launch. And then for a quick lip, I pulled out my Fara Homidi. My favorite lip liner that has been a repeat purchase is Dough, and I just love this shade. It's just kind of almost like a soft pink tone here, and I am going to line my lips. And then I'm actually going to top it with Sarah Creal, and I'm going to be using Energetic. And this is just a little poppier color here, but it works well with that lip liner. And these are the Adults Are Talking tinted balms, which I love because they're like a little bit of a hybrid between a gloss and a balm. Super pretty, just kind of a nice natural lip. And then I'm going to set everything with the Kosas. I have been using this along with that Cloud Set powder. It's kind of my finishing spray here. And again, I like to use these kind of a shoosh up my hair a little bit. That does not look good that way. We'll figure that out. But It just gives me a little refresh over here. And then of course we are going to end with fragrance of the day. And I have a new beauty that I'm so excited about. And this is from DRIES Van Noten. And this beauty right here is Jardin de Lingerie. Basically, this is happiness in a bottle. Of course, I think the bottles themselves are absolutely gorgeous, but this scent just is going to put a smile on your face. This is a gorgeous, creamy orange blossom floral scent. This scent screams summer, it screams happiness, it's sort of carefree and gorgeous. I'm gonna put some of this on. I love this so much, and the DRIES Van Noten fragrances have been on my radar for quite some time. I got a discovery set. I really liked so many of them, but now I have completely gone down the rabbit hole. They recently launched a couple new ones, so we're gonna do a full overview of the DRIES Van Noten perfumes. But this one is just a very me scent. I wanted to give a little shout out to my friend Deb. She had told me that I needed to get my nose on that one, that she thought I would absolutely love it. I am somebody who enjoys floral scents, and let me quickly give you the notes of this. In the top, it's going to be neroli. I am somebody who loves neroli scents. I tend to find that that's going to add a freshness, so if you're somebody who enjoys fresh fragrances, you may like this. But then in the middle notes, you have got ylang ylang. It's bringing in some of that, little bit of that tropical florals, as well as jasmine that I have just been obsessed with lately. And then in the base notes, you have got orange blossom, this milkiness, as well as creamy sandalwood. So this is what I love about this scent. It has this very happy feeling to it. There's a little bit of freshness in it. It's got this creaminess. It definitely smells like summer with that ylang ylang and that jasmine in it. And then that creamy milkiness kind of tempers everything. It is such a dreamy scent. This is a little bit sweeter because that orange blossom kind of lends that to it. And then there's that milkiness. So this does have that sort of little bit of sweetness in it. This is a sweet, feminine floral scent, but it's just not too much. It is really well done, and again, it just completely puts a smile on my face. And this also is a compliment getter. This is one that my husband really likes as well. I feel like this is because it's this very kind of soft, creamy floral, very feminine, very pretty, perfect for summer or all year round if you are a floral lover like myself. Oh, I just love this one. And again, this is going to be one of my like go-to for the summer months. I just think it lends itself to summer, to smiling, to carefree feeling. It is such a beauty. Let me know if you have smelled this, what your thoughts are. I just feel like many of you, if we have similar taste, you are going to fall in love with that one. It is such a beauty. Okay, so this is my final look of the day, playing with new makeup. And I quickly want to tell you about my facial with Nardon. I'm not going to pronounce her last name correctly, so I'm just going to flash it up on the screen. But let me tell you, this woman is located in New Orleans at the Spire Wellness Center. So the location is like a little hidden gem in the Lower Garden District. And this woman is special. She has the magic touch, literally her hands. It's like one of the best facial massages I have ever received. And my daughter and I both went to get facials from her. One of my friends down in New Orleans told me that I must go to this woman because she is so special. I totally agree. And I opted to try her buccal facial. And again, this is something where they're literally going to massage your face, you know, orally inside. She puts gloves on, and oh my gosh, it gives you like a natural face lift. Now, I will be honest with you, it was super intense. It actually really hurt, but sort of in this like release way, if that makes sense. Like, it was not like the most pleasant facial I ever have received, but it also was one where I literally felt like when I left that I had a huge physical release because we hold stress in our jaws and in our hips. Those are the two places where we hold the most stress. So there was a huge release, but oh my goodness, like when you're going through this, like I literally cried. She told me to say bad words. Like, it is that intense. Of a facial. I will say, I don't know if that's something I would do on the regular, but I would go back and get her signature facial that my daughter did because she has the most magical hands. They're just intense, but in the best way possible. But at the end, she uses Revision Skincare. And I fell in love with this DEJ Daily Boosting Serum. Oh my goodness. I have been familiar with Revision Skincare. Many places here sell it. I just don't know why I've never tried it yet, which is kind of unusual. But she told me this just sells itself, this brand, and that she recommended this DEJ Daily Boosting Serum. This is the advanced anti-aging serum to rejuvenate and energize fatigued skin. This stuff feels amazing. Like, you literally take like 2 pumps, you put it all over your skin, up under your eyes, you know, on your eyelids. It's really so hydrating. I've just been really loving this. And then I did get the Nectifirm, which is one of the neck creams that it's like won awards and such, but they now just came out with an advanced version. But I thought, let me be consistent with Nectifirm, add that into my rotation, and once I finish some other products, I may get their vitamin C. I have fallen in love with these 2 products that it makes me want to try more, and I sort of love the simplicity of the line as well, especially in the summer months. I tend to find myself just kind of, again, wanting just easy breezy makeup, easy breezy skincare, and coating on the SPF. That would be the one key. So just wanted to mention that. We also had a little fun shopping. I got this adorable top. This is from Nations. I absolutely love that brand. And then I bought some very kind of hip jeans from Pistola that are so comfortable. I'm gonna flash a little picture of my outfit of the day, but they are wide cuffed. The ladies at Hemline, which is such a fun place to shop, and my daughter told me I had to get these jeans, that they were so cute, and I absolutely fell in love with them. They're kind of a little trendy, but in a fun way. They are in a very soft light wash for summer, and they're just kind of fun and chic. So I will list down below my outfit of the day, share some of the goodies that I got in New Orleans, as well as my facialist, who is amazing down there. But this is my final look of the day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another one soon.